Hello and welcome to our video tutorial for the assembly of the 3DC SciFi City base pack. So the first thing that I will show you is how you actually can assemble a building. So first go into your poser figure library, go to a 3DC and then 3DC SciFi City. In order to load a building, go to the building subdirectory. Choose any sort of building that you have in there. For example, we will choose building 1. As soon as you double click, it will load into your scene. As you may see, the building is just too large, so you need to actually go to a different distance with your camera. Just bear in mind that those buildings are very large, so when you want to make a full shot, you need to go far away from that building. Now as we rotate around it, you will actually see this building as a whole. One thing that you also need to be careful of, if you are using a camera preset in Poser that has a lower John setting, you will have to actually reduce this, increase this to a higher amount. Elsewise you will probably see something like this. So the building will be invisible because the yawn actually ends at a specific number. So if you actually higher that to whatever 1,000 or 10,000, you will actually see everything. The building, as you see it in this scene, is divided into specific bones. I do actually use the hierarchy editor to disable those kind of bones. So for example, if you want to disable something like the part 2, you just can simply click on the eye and then you actually disable this part of the building. And in order to make it easier to change your building in style, we have prepared easy poses. If you go to your runtime library and go to the pose section, go through your 3DC subdirectory and then go to the SciFi City. Down here, go to the building poses, go to the building that you have actually loaded up here. Make sure the building is selected, and then you can actually load any specific easy pose which will actually alter the lookalike of that building. We'll just use it in fullscape now. In order to load a SciFi application, for example, go back to your figure section of your runtime library, go to your SciFi apps and load a building app. You'll see it actually will already load to that location. But nevertheless, if you have moved your building somewhere else, the easiest thing, and that's one of the pretty things here, is you can simply conform it to the building. In order to do so, make sure that the SciFi app is selected. Go to Figure, Conform to, and then select the building. Now you can actually choose the building itself, and you can move the building around. I usually use poser units because then it's much easier to change it to a higher volume, so you don't have to calculate this down to meters or something like this. The same actually applies to the details. So if you want to load a detail to a specific building, just simply load the detail for that building. As usual, it will just load to that location. And then what you can do as well, it's the same for the SciFi app. You just make sure it's selected, go to Figure, Conform to, and select the building. Click OK, and then it's actually conformed. So as soon as you move the building itself, you will move everything with it.